Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Dan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is so good to be back. I missed each and every single one of you. I got to tell you, maybe I should go out of town more often because my team's on a heater, brother. My team's on a heater, brother. All right, man, I'm feeling it. But you know what? I feel like we're going to have to save a lot of that for the AFC East Roundtable this evening outside of a couple of topics here and there. Richie, what's going on, man? How's life?
I was about to say that, Dan. Like, you should leave more often, man, because when you're gone, bro, your Bills are red hot, baby. Man, It's good to have you back. Hope you had a great time. You know, well-deserved for you to get some time away. And it's good to have you back right in time for some holiday football. And, you know, it's exciting stuff right now in the NFL. A lot of parity as we got 3 weeks left before the playoffs begin. There's a lot of stuff for the losing teams going on, a lot of stuff for the winning team going on. So we're excited to break it all down. Welcome back into Fourth and Forever here on Roundtable Sports. Hit that thumbs up button on your way in, and welcome back, Dan Mitchell. Everybody in the chat, welcome Dan Mitchell back. And you can just see the pain in TD's eyes right now. You see the pain like through the screen because he's not celebrating Victory Monday today for his Patriots. Tell you that much.
And so y'all really thought that the smirk was extinct, baby. No, it's back, man. And I'm not even doing this on purpose. It's just pulsing through my veins right now, but it's okay. We'll save it for tonight. What's up, TD? How's life?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Dan, I don't know if you watched. I know you peeped it a little bit, but I put your Dan Mitchell cap on for the AFC East Roundtable last week because we did not have a Bills representative.
Oh, thank you.
So I represented you and the Bills as best as I could in that.
Thank you.
And, TD and I went back and forth, you saying nonsense about the Patriots, but I had to ground him a little bit, you know what I mean? But I got your back.
Thank you,
Bills
sir.
Mafia deserved the representation that night, so I had your back.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You have NY Bills Media in here, hooking up your boy at the end of the day,
Bills.
Man. Dude. It's
because,
good.
I mean, if TD Pats talk, I mean, that's 2 Patriots fans in the town. Like, it's not. I feel bad, man. TD, how you holding up after that L? I know we'll talk about it tonight, but you feeling your Patriots, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Richie. I don't even know what you're talking about.
And Shador. Let's start off with Shador today. Why don't we?
Yeah. Rough weekend of football. Rough weekend of football for TD Finstock. All right, rough weekend.
He's gonna watch his Dolphins tonight get mollywopped. Oh, poor TD.
No, hey, you know what? Listen,
Certified.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna need this Dolphins team to pull off a miracle and beat the Patriots on Week 18. I'm gonna need them to do it. All right, I'm gonna sit there just because I think it would be funny, and TD is gonna be at a crossroads, not knowing if he needs to root for his team to win or to lose, knowing that it would benefit the Buffalo Bills, which would be hysterical. But rest be assured, I have ordered a Tua jersey, and I will be wearing that on Week 18, baby.
You
All
really
right?
think yourself.
Oh, dude, watch out for Brady Cook that Week 18. You got to worry about yourselves too, Dan Mitchell.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
Getting
One touchdown. One touchdown, 3. You know what? Like, I really haven't been locked in with Jets ball for a while. Why was Brady Cook starting?
Tyrod and Fields are hurt.
Brady Cook. Brady Cook. Well, one game I kind of wanted to start off with is the Chiefs and the LA Chargers. We are not lying to you, folks. The Chiefs are officially eliminated from playoff contention. I never thought that I would see that designation from that organization as long as Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes were in the same building, but rest be assured, here we are. Also, we saw Patrick Mahomes unfortunately tore his ACL. A lot of people are wondering when he's even going to be available next season. I know a lot of Chiefs fans are optimistic it could be Week 1. If you were to ask me, I think at the absolute earliest we will see him will be mid-October, and that's maybe being a bit too hopeful from my end. But the LA Chargers ultimately end up surviving on this one. And let's go around the table and see what we thought. I'm going to start off with TD on this one. Chiefs, all those storylines, and the LA Chargers.
We thought exactly what I told y'all it was going to be since the beginning of the season, that the Chargers are legitimate. They're not going to get the respect all year. And regardless of every road bump they fell into, they still are persevering. Low key, this is the most underrated team in the league, if you really want to be honest. They have swept the Chiefs. They just beat the Eagles. They have a lot of impressive wins on their roster, and they're doing it with a banged up, terrible O-line. And Harbaugh just has this team coached very well. Yeah, they're still susceptible to lose some games, but even the games they lost, something happened, Herbert got hurt or whatever it may have been, a big shift during the game. But this team is a real threat in the AFC this year. I'm not sure they can go to distance because I don't have my favorites right now to go to distance. But they're going to be a real threat. They could knock somebody off. They could knock any team off. It's just any given Saturday or Sunday in the playoffs, in which they're obviously going to be in the playoffs, it looks like. But the Chiefs, man, that chapter has come to an end. And what a horrific way to end it with Patrick Mahomes' ACL. I wonder what the timeline is, because that may even affect him coming in the next season as well. It's like the Chiefs are at a crossroad. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. The wisest thing for the Chiefs to potentially do is maybe blow it up and restructure it all. Like, have a little bit of a reset and get ahead of it instead of drawing it out. Because I think that armor is done. Kelsey isn't the player he once was. Mahomes coming down to earth a lot more this season. And Andy Reid, man, you got to ask yourself, does he, still have the passion of controlling the team the way that he used to? Does he still have that pull on his roster? So I just think the Chiefs had a nice run, and they need to do like the Eagles and retool sooner than later, instead of trying to drag this out. Everybody had that. And by the way, when you talk about Mahomes and Brady, the conversation, and we all do acknowledge that Mahomes is on the trajectory to be as good, if not better, than Brady. But this is right here in like the next 5 to 7 years will determine that. Because even Brady, when they were winning Super Bowls, they had that lull in the middle. What happens now with the Chiefs? But the Chiefs, I told y'all, I thought that their dynasty was over, but I do respect Richie's take on this always. I'm never counting them out, and I adopted that. But I think now the time it's easy to say because they are out, but yeah.
It's official.
Yeah, I think that's it. And then they're so privileged with it. It just came out that Chris Jones didn't even know they were eliminated. He didn't even know, which is crazy. So, it's come to an end. But I think this is more about the Chargers, and people need to take notice of the hard-fought, impressive wins that they have put together this season. The Chargers are legit.
They definitely are, right? Despite the fact that the Chargers walked away with the win, you're still seeing Justin Herbert running for his life back there. Like, this Chiefs defensive line was getting after him. And as long as they can continue to find ways to win, I think that this is a dangerous team. I don't particularly think that they are a playoff win sort of team. I would be shocked if they ultimately end up walking away with a playoff win. I think they're probably going to be either 5th or 6th seed. And that depends on exactly who they are going to be playing, which is likely going to be the Steelers / the Ravens and or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, so many different hypotheticals. As far as the Chiefs are concerned, man, I mean, damn, right? This just goes to show you that last year, where they were an absurd number of like 11-1 in 1-score games, the ball just didn't bounce their way this year. And I would have to agree with TD. I think with Mahomes looking from the outside in, probably not going to see him until maybe November, maybe. And that's a big one. Walk away from some of these contracts. Eat it now. Trade Chris Jones while he still has value. Don't re-sign Travis Kelce. Maybe walk away from a couple of players that are due to get a contract this year. Stay positive. And it's not going to hurt the Chiefs to have a top 10 pick going into 2027 or 2028 when Patrick Mahomes is back and he's healthy. I would agree. Now my question is, how much longer is Andy Reid going to be here? He's in his 70s. I don't know. Rich, thoughts? Go ahead.
Huge shout out to Habitual Line Stepper for gifting 5 members.
Hey,
shout out to JPL.
There you go, brother. Thank you, sir.
Mitchell, David, congratulations to everybody getting gifted free memberships on behalf of Habitual Line Stepper. That's big cash right there. That's a value of a big amount right there. You know what I mean? It's $25. So appreciate you big time, Habitual Line Stepper, for gifting free members. Everybody, if you got a free membership, use the emojis and thank Habitual Line Stepper right now. So thank you.
I bet Habitual Line Stepper gonna be watching that game tonight, boy.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh, should be watching it in, man. He's the biggest Dolphins fan on the face of the planet.
And I also think there's a lot of confusion in the chat. There's a lot of people saying, Richie, put the poll up. I want to see what Pat's. This is not the AFC's Roundtable. This is Fourth and Forever Roundtable Sports. There's no AFC East poll going to be up to see. This is an NFL show. Okay. So in case you're wondering, where's Colby? And people are like, oh, Colby's not showing up today. This is not the AFC's Roundtable. That's live tonight. That's when we're going to get into the AFC East games. We're talking all NFL. So let me just get into that because I see a lot of people saying, I want to see the poll.
But fun fact, folks, if you were here thinking that this is the AFC's Roundtable, first off, you're mistaken. But second off, welcome to Fourth and Forever. In fact, please put a 1 in the chat if this is your first episode ever viewing. Just put a 1 for us and welcome to the show because we cover all things NFL. Rich, the man that coined "Don't sleep and never count out the Chiefs" are now officially counted out. Okay, by the numbers. Thoughts on this? Talk to me.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for an absolute worse way to get eliminated from the playoffs. Like tearing your ACL in a drive, by the way, that they had a chance to win the game, down 3 points in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to go either tie it up to force overtime or get a touchdown for the win. And he tears his ACL on his way. Just, you couldn't have asked for a worse way to get eliminated. You know, thoughts goes out to Patrick Mahomes. You hate to see any guy go down like that, whether it's Mahomes or any other quarterback in the NFL. We lost a lot of great players yesterday. We're going to get into the Micah Parsons situation later on, but, you know, devastating injuries across the NFL, you know, and the Chiefs are mathematically done, even, you know, without Mahomes. So you look at the Chargers. Listen, they are a team to be reckoned with. They win in ways that are ugly, and I think that they deserve some respect. They're the 5th seed right now. I think that they're going to be that wild card team because I don't see them winning their division, which we got to talk about as well in a bit. But yeah, congrats to the Chargers, and the Chiefs are done. And I think that, you know, it's interesting. I know Dan still has his head set on potentially winning the AFC East, which is obviously still a scenario, but a season where the Bills are not going to win their division, which is still possible, the Chiefs are done. Like, the Chiefs are the only team I would say that the Bills fans have their issues with in terms of who's going to get in our way. I would feel like the Bills fan now seeing the downfall of the Chiefs, giving them more feelings that they can go on a real playoff run, especially now that they're getting hot right now. So, yeah, we shall see. Congrats to the Chargers for getting their dub, even though there's still a lot of issues. I don't know if their team with all the injuries that they have is built to go on a playoff run per se, but because Justin Herbert and those guys are going to have to level up their game even more if they want to go on any type of run in the playoffs. That's really what it comes down to. They're going to make the postseason. I knew they were going to make the playoffs as a wild card team, and Herbert went out there, made the plays he needed to make. But at the end of the day, is it enough? So only time will tell.
Man. So you know what? So when it comes into this playoff landscape, and I'll keep it like very short on a Bills topic, and I will go on ahead and revert back into it. My expectations for Buffalo making it to the Super Bowl right now are at an all-time high. Expectations, not predictions. Expectations. Because when I look at the landscape right now, no quarterback compares to Josh Allen that's going into the playoffs. It's true. It's absolutely true. Nobody compares to Josh Allen as far as the resume of playoff experience. I'm sorry, but Bo Nix, I mean, yeah, great game from Bo, but not a lot of playoff experience. Only playoff experience, the Buffalo Bills went up there and hung 40 on the same defense they rolled out this year, right? Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. Give me a break. Okay, same thing with Justin Herbert with one hand. Give me a break. Drake May has proven that he's struggling in the elements. And you go on ahead and you just rush 3. I think the book is out on him now as far as how the Bills play with it. So in my eyes, no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow this year, likely no Lamar Jackson, barring some miracle. There is no excuse this year for me.
What about that bad man in Pittsburgh?
With Aaron Rodgers? I mean, maybe. Maybe I'll give 42 Aaron Rodgers the nod.
Don't sleep on
where
TJ
am I?
That defense.
Say that Buffalo does not make the Super Bowl this year, I would probably be the most disappointed than I have been in the Josh Allen era based off of how perceivably easy this playoff landscape is looking like.
Can we just give TD a chance? Because he's sitting there like Dan just spoke facts, man. Tell me where the lies were told there in your eyes, TD.
Yeah.
He didn't speak facts. He spoke his opinion. He spoke what he feels.
Thank you, NY Bills Media. I appreciate you, bro.
It's not NY Bills. Okay, it's Buff Bills. You're not in
Buff Bills. Yeah, you're right. Buff Bills Media. Thank you, sir.
TD, go ahead.
No, that's it. They weren't facts. They were just feelings. And Dan's always having his feelings. And you can have your feelings, okay? And your feelings, I'm going to be honest, Dan, they're right more than they're not.
Yeah.
So when you go into the playoffs past the first or second round, your feelings are always wrong. They're always
But who were the 2 guys that made me wrong?
And I also want to say this. You did say something wrong there, or in my eyes.
What's that?
I think we should segue into the next segment. Because there's one team that has been counted out, not taken serious all season long. No one's giving them credit for anything.
Oh, my gosh.
And they deserve their credit. And I'm not going where you think. I'm not going where you think I'm going. The Denver
I
Broncos
know where you're going.
are legit.
Okay.
Okay. The Denver Broncos, I know you said last year was last year. This is a new version of the Broncos, in my opinion, bro. How many times, what do the Broncos need to do now before we start really? They didn't play anybody. They're winning in ugly ways, blah, blah, blah. Bo Nix went out there and hung 4 touchdowns and went off on a great Packers team. What? You're up, TD. What?
They don't have to do nothing. They're the best team in the AFC. They got the best quarterback in the AFC right now.
TD Broncos talk now, baby. It's TD Broncos.
What do you mean? Don't you
switch it up on the Pats, folks.
Are you a bandwagon guy? Whoever's like,
no. Things change when you get new information. Things change.
But it's been on the Broncos all season. Now things change. Now you just hop on when things are obvious.
Yeah, because now they showing up no. This is
that
unbiased.
team is built to go to the freaking Super Bowl, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm not trolling because even the Bills have risen greatly up my ranks. When we probably later in the week go through our ranks, but the Broncos, you got to ride with them. You got to say they're the favorite.
Bo Nix is the truth. I've been telling you
right now. At the end of the day, they've been the most consistent team now in the league and against great opponents. And I'm going to be honest, I thought they were going to go down, but no. I mean, Denver, and again, remember, Bo Nix isn't even having this fanfare season.
Yeah, his fanfare game. He had a
good game. Yeah.
He had a good game,
but
this 1 week, it's funny that this 1 week everybody's over and underreacting
Well, we can't just say, it's just one game. But what do we always say? Who the opponent? Who are they facing? This was his moment. This was his game.
You
this was his time. This was against the best team in the NFC, arguably one of them.
Yeah,
so it's not like he did that game against the Jets or something. He did it against.
I'm talking about his overall season. It hasn't been electric, but
you got to evaluate when the pressure's at its highest, when the first seed is on the line. This was Bo Nix's moment. And obviously he has more moments to come to prove himself. And I also think Bo Nix this season, I think if you're just looking at box score and that, underwhelming. But if you're watching Bo Nix throughout this entire season, I'm coming away impressed. The guy's coming out there. He's not lighting it up from a statistical standpoint, but he's playing winning football, playing in the clutch, leading his team to victories when it matters the most. So I think that matters. I think Bo Nix is proven to be that guy. That's all I'm saying. He has not been getting any of the respect this season, and he deserves it.
I'm with you on that. And like you said, the opponent does matter. And he just proved that. It was a huge victory. I did not pick them to win this game, and which we need to talk about Green Bay too here, because now they're in trouble.
Yeah,
especially with the Michael Parsons injury. But yeah, man, you can't say anything negative about Denver. You can't say anything bad about Denver, that roster, and that team as a whole. That's why, in non-trolling, they are the favorites today for me in the AFC. And I think rightfully so. If we're going to be fair, to me, everybody should have them as the favorite. Yeah, there's other threats that you may think can beat them, but they should be the favorite hands down. But Green Bay, on the other hand, trouble.
And just hand it to the Bears. And just hand it to the Bears for that division right now.
Yeah, and
without
then
Michael
Parsons.
Without Parsons, man.
In the playoffs when Michael Parsons was supposed to be the difference maker in the playoffs.
So going back to the Packers, leading up to this offseason, a big problem with them, at least perceivably, was their secondary. And people forgot that they have a very weak secondary.
Because
why it looked good was because you had Micah Parsons out there creating absolute havoc. I'm nervous about the Green Bay Packers. And you know what?
I think you need to be nervous. Just count them out. I don't even believe in them no more.
It might not be too late for them to finish in the basement in the NFC North.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding.
what, Minnesota's about to rise?
Minnesota 9 out there balling last night. 9 against them boys.
Oh, hey, see, Richie.
What?
9. The alter ego.
9.
JJ. Anyway, but yeah, that's my take on Denver Green Bay, man.
9 what? I missed that.
JJ McCarthy.
Oh.
We got JJ McCarthy, man, out there carving up one of the worst defenses in the league. Dallas Cowboys. I love it.
All right, well, TD, you want to celebrate JJ because he carved up the worst defense in the league? Then that means, you know what that means then? You got to be consistent. So about that Trevor Lawrence guy then.
Trevor.
Because
he still sucks.
I mean,
he's still bad, man.
6 tutties? Right. Is that now?
All right.
Let's talk. Awful. We're not going to bring up anything Jets related because we'll say that for tonight. But from a Jaguars perspective only, is this just the Jets are terrible? Trevor Lawrence sucks. The Jaguars are nothing? Or are you actually looking at the Jaguars as anything? Because I'll say it again. I was a year too early on those Jaguars, baby. Woo! I don't know, man. See, Dan is just saying the Jaguars stink. Still not.
No. So I said that Trevor Lawrence stinks. He's bad. He's very, very bad.
However, I disagree with that. So you think Trevor Lawrence stinks?
He's bad.
He's bad?
Yes, you're just excited based off of recency bias. Let's look at every other game this year.
So in my opinion, like a quarterback that stinks and a quarterback that's bad is Justin Fields. I wouldn't put Trevor Lawrence in that same category as stinks and bad. You got to give him some credit, Dan. He's not in that stinks bad category. At least put him in that good enough not to be good enough category or something.
He's bad, dude.
He's bad. Okay. So
he's bad, dude. Yeah, dude. Like leading up to this week, he was ranked like 27th, like in the NFL. Like it was bad. Like really, like, okay. Why I respect the Jaguars is because they, and this is slept on too. I would probably say that they are in the top 3 for one of the best well-coached teams in the league. I think that you guys might be able to agree with that. Liam Cohn is a very, very good coach. There were several games where Lawrence goes out there, has multiple turnovers, but the Jaguars still find a way to win, and they still make the most out of their drives. It's Liam Cohn out-coaching the sheer inconsistencies that he has from his QB. And once you also account for the fact that Brian Thomas Jr. was out for several games this year, you had Travis Hunter was added to the season-ending IR, and they're able to scheme open players like Parker Washington, bring back to light the career of Travis Etienne, who has been having a pretty solid season. And surprisingly enough, it's more so of a well-coached type mentality over in Jacksonville. And so I know people, like when you don't call their quarterback top 5, then they hate you, but it's true. It's true. Like watch the games, man. It's Liam Cohn is out coaching how bad Trevor Lawrence truly is.
I second everything that, Dan just said.
Yeah.
And I'll go a step further. I don't even believe in the Jags. forget just Trevor Lawrence, because he's not the answer. Trust me, he's going to show that whenever the playoffs come around. But I don't even trust the Jags team. Around this time of the year, we're literally talking about every single team that has like 14 games they've played, okay? 14 games, you should be able to point at the good teams and say, there goes your impressive victory. There goes your impressive victory. Give me one for the Jags. Give me one for the Jags that didn't have a qualifying circumstance, like the Chargers when Herbert had his injury and the O-line went out. Like there ain't nothing on that on the schedule that tells me, look at what they did. Matter of fact, I got 3 losses on there against the good teams that took care of business against them. So I'm not impressed with the Jags. They're taking advantage of the circumstances, and good for them. They're a good team because they're coached well, but I don't believe in them to make noise in the playoffs. No. Trevor Lawrence, 60% completion this season. Right on par with, matter of fact, it's lower than he's ever had. This is his lowest completion percentage year. Didn't even realize that, by the way. Yards, probably going to end up his lowest. I mean, come on, man. Trevor Lawrence is playing. He's having some good games, though. I will say that. He's having some good games. But this reminds me of the 2023 Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Good team, playing well. But when the rubber meets the road, whenever you had that real competition in January, you're going to flake out.
And so his highlight play of the season was when he ended up taking that rushing touchdown in to beat Kansas City, but he fell on his ass. And miraculously, by the football gods, he was able to get up and still score, right? Like he's still capable of stinking it up. I think
he's also capable of making big time plays and big time throws.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're paid.
The last few weeks, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he's making throws and plays where you're like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
he played the Jets, man.
I'm not saying this just this week, bro.
But then again, like you like
touchdowns.
Yeah. But then again, like you name a quarterback in this league right now, and I could probably like point out a handful of impressive plays, right? It's collectively is what I'm concerned about. That's why
I'm saying, though, like there was a breakthrough in my eyes in the last 4 or 5 games where he's playing different football at the quarterback position. He's playing different. That's all I'm saying.
Man, 3 weeks ago, the man threw 3 picks.
It matters about how you play at this stage of the season. If you start leveling up and he continues this trend, obviously the competition needs to be improved. You got to see what he looks like in these next few games against, improved competition, of course, and in the playoffs. But all I'm saying is he's been playing his best brand of football recently.
To your point, Richie, he's not contributing to losses, and he's not hurting his team.
And he's contributing to wins as well.
And he's making some plays and wins. But now
even against the Colts 2 weeks ago, like he was making really big time throws.
That was the injury. That was the big injury.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't care about no injury. I'm saying on his side of the ball, him taking care of his business, he was doing that.
Yeah. So like I said, so they're finding ways to win. And so I acknowledge that. But so they have a defensive line that struggles in creating pressure, and you have a quarterback that plays wildly inconsistent and hurts his team more than not. Is Liam Cohn that good of a coach in order to spell some legacy run into the AFC Championship? I'm not so much convinced.
The big test.
Who you got to beat, Richie, in the playoffs? If it started today, who you got to beat?
Chargers.
Really?
Again.
I can see it.
No, what happened last time they faced off again? Oh, they won. Yeah.
So the Chargers,
young version of Herbert and all of that. This is Harbaugh, a better defense than the Chargers.
Liam Cohn.
Duval. So the Chargers, I could see as like an ideal matchup for Jacksonville. Say that they don't want to be one and done. That's probably one of the only teams. If they somehow matched up against Houston, I don't know. I'm not sure who I'm taking in that one.
That's a coin flip with the division, of course.
Only team.
Well, do you know who the Jaguars versus this week? It's going to be the biggest test of all.
Broncos.
On the road in Denver. So that's going to be the test.
Yeah.
That's true.
If somehow, some way that they can figure it out, it's solid. But guys, so as many of you know, I was in Colorado. And so this past week, just taking a little bit of R&R. And I got to tell you, dude, Vitamin Energy saved my life. while I was up there. I had no idea about this little thing called elevation sickness, boys. Are you familiar with elevation sickness? Well, I live in Florida, which is about 20 feet above sea level. And I went all the way to Colorado, which at one point I was at 9,000 feet above sea level. So it was very important that I stayed hydrated. Thank God I ended up bringing my vitamin energy hydration shot with me, several of them. Started my morning off with the electrolytes, and I was completely fine. It is energy with all of the benefits. Not only does it have the hydration formula, it has your pre-workout, it has vitamin B12, anything you name, and you could find it in the variety pack on the website. Vitamin Energy is there for you. As long as you go to that link in our description, folks, and you use BOGO Roundtable, you will get a buy one, get one free. Try it out. Shout out to my boy earlier who actually sent a screenshot of his order. He bought one. Shout out to my boy right there. That was awesome. And certainly go check it out. It is the official energy drink partner of the Roundtable Sports Network.
Let's get it.
Wow. Massive stuff right
20,000
there.
feet in the air, Dan?
Was 9,000 feet in the air.
9,000 feet up?
Yeah. And then some of the mountains that I was skiing were like at like 11,000. So yeah, dude, it was nuts. What else I had to buy was like one of those oxygen things. You know what I'm saying? Like the oxygen in a can and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's a real thing. There's dinner out there, man. It's
first day. And
you get wicked hangovers if you drink too.
yeah. Thankfully, I was just crushing the NA beers, baby. You know what I mean? 1 year, no booze for your boy. You know that?
Nice.
I do know that.
1 year, man. I'm going another year, folks. I'm going another one.
Nice.
Going another one, baby.
We missed you being hammered on the show, Dan.
Oh, you do? Never mind. Crack the burbs, baby. Let's go. Crack the bourbon, baby. Let's get it going. All right.
Oh man. Let's talk about the craziest story now in the NFL, which is the Phillip Rivers led Colts almost had the game-winning drive, but the Seahawks were able to execute and get into field goal range for Myers to kick his 6th field goal. And I'm a happy man because I had Jason Myers in my fantasy football playoff season, baby. Let's go. Fantasy, baby. We're here. And we're advancing to next round. And in our league, Dan, we're sitting on a bye week.
Dude.
Sitting on a bye.
So in my other fantasy football league, I need a legacy game from DK Metcalf tonight. I need a legacy game from DK Metcalf.
You're losing.
A legacy game from DK Metcalf, and I also need Jalen Waddle to piss down his leg tonight in fantasy football. That's what I need in order to advance in my other league. But in our fantasy football league, I'm on the bye. All right. And I'm very curious to see who I play.
In my other fantasy league, I'm in the playoffs, and I had the best week possible. It went absolutely off. Scored like 180 plus points. So we're hot, and I want to win, baby. Come on. Oh, TD, how's your fantasy play?
You're a hater, Richie.
Dude.
I'm just wondering how how's the losers bracket going for you?
And so was I the first seed this year, or was I the second seed?
Man. You beat me. Luckily, the second seed gets a bye week too. We had the same record. You finished with more points.
Y'all cheated.
Man, sucks for you. But what a game. The Seahawks are able to win without scoring a single touchdown. They had Myers go out there, and the Colts defense was just really, really good in the red zone, holding them out of the end zone. And how about Phillip Rivers, dude? Looking as, I don't know, just crazy, bro. What a story that is, man. What a story. It's sad that I have to root against the Colts because I have to, because of the Jets draft pick that we own. But you do what you got to do. So successful hate watch from my perspective. But your overall thoughts of that game, TD? Phillip Rivers.
A nice competitive game. You know, this is what it's about, man. He had a defensive battle. Phillip tried to do all that he could. You could tell he was just, anxious to get rid of the football, to get these guys the football. Things weren't great for him, but you know what? He played the position. I'm not going to knock Phillip Rivers as a rookie. That's what we're going to call him.
As a rookie.
We're not going to knock Phillip Rivers. It's his rookie season in the NFL. But no, he made a few plays in this game. Let's not act like he didn't make any. And also, he made some plays that weren't converted as well by, the impact players in this. A few drops. They were contested passes, but there was some where he threaded the needle and the guy bang play, but you got to hold on as a receiver to help him out as well. But you know what? I will say this, the Colts have a good team to even compete the way they did. That's not act like these guys literally were winning this game. They were winning this game. At least if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it like 13-6 at one point or something like that? They were up.
Was 13-3. Was 13-3 at one point.
Yeah. So it's a good team, and it's a test. Seattle, I thought that they would do a lot better. I actually thought Seattle would blow them out because Seattle been putting BTA all over the NFL. At least that offense has been very explosive. But the Colts, it shows they're a good team. They're going to compete no matter the circumstance. And with a mid quarterback at best or just above average, you can still win games, but they fell short in this one. Unfortunately, because I know Rivers wanted that first win. But it does tell me this, because I thought the coach might lose out because of the QB situation, but now I believe they can get a game or two in these last three.
Yeah. So they have the Niners, they have the Jaguars, and they have the Texans to close out the season.
Monday Night Football, we get to enjoy Phillip Rivers this next week.
Phillip Rivers, you know what? And so I heard something that I find very interesting, because everyone was wondering, why in the hell would you come back and play? Now your entire Hall of Fame clock gets reset for 5 years. There's something else that happens after you retire from the NFL when it comes into health insurance. Yeah. Did you know? I figured this out. Saw some clip or something of somebody talking about it. When you retire from the NFL, you still are on their free health insurance for 5 years. Okay? Phillip Rivers' health insurance was set to expire next season, but since he came back and he played, his 5-year health insurance clock starts over. And the man has 10 kids. All right.
I love it.
He's playing chess. He's playing chess, baby.
That makes me so happy for him. And I know he probably is just fine in that area, hopefully.
Yeah.
But he got 10 kids for real, 10?
10.
And his grandfather.
Listen, I got 6. So, hey, that's a big win. He may be getting paid $1.2 million, but having 10 kids, that's like a $10 million contract because of the health insurance.
Yeah, man. Dude, five more years of that NFL health insurance, which I could only imagine is probably top tier. Right?
Yeah, probably dope. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hey,
probably top tier.
Hey, that's smart. That's
chess,
smart.
Baby. Chess. Yeah, but I mean, as far as the Colts, it's done, man. Damn, what a disappointing end to a very hopeful season from the beginning. But then again, I'm not particularly convinced that even if Daniel Jones were to be healthy, that this would not have been much of the same for this team. You started seeing some of the downturn of this organization toward his last 2 games, where it appeared that defenses started to figure him out.
Could this be a blessing? Because now they don't have to worry about making a decision of paying him in the offseason.
Yeah, but then again, how much luck have they had bringing in, you know what I mean?
But let's also not forget the trade that they made. That was an all-in now. We're ready to go win right this second. They sacrificed their future for Sauce Gardner.
You're right.
But Dan, I disagree with you. I think if Daniel Jones was still healthy, they would actually beat Seattle.
Think.
I mean, let's not forget, they had a limited playbook for Rivers in 1 week. And then you also look at his film in this game. He missed some wide open big plays.
Yeah.
Just a shade too much inside. And like he missed some big opportunities. And Daniel Jones showed at a minimum he can get the ball from A to B. So yeah, I think they would actually beat Seattle if Daniel Jones was healthy.
Daniel Jones.
Then we have another few days to preview it, but game of the week on Thursday night, Seahawks Rams for the first place.
Talking about
and the Rams are unfortunately dealing with injuries. And let's talk about that game.
Still winning, man.
I think we all know who the MVP is. It's Josh Allen. No, it's not, Dan. It's Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
17, brother.
Who's the best team in the NFL, TD? You still got the Patriots?
Y'all gonna
Because guess what? They never were, actually.
Guess what? They never were.
Y'all gonna find out tonight, baby.
TD, the Patriots were never the best team in the NFL.
So I'm really curious to hear like where TD takes his allegiance to the Patriots. You're gonna have to tune in tonight on
Drake
on
May,
the
best quarterback in the NFL according to TD, MVP. Rams beat the Lions 41-34. I mean, it's sad, bro, because that Devontae Adams hamstring looks bad. I don't see him playing again until the playoffs, maybe. That's what makes them so dangerous. Luckily for them, Puka came back. He thought that they lost both their guys back-to-back drives, which have been devastating. It sucks for Devontae, man, because he's at that age where you can see some injuries start to creep up on him. That's what makes the Rams so dangerous. And the Rams, bro, they're an absolute wagon. And the way I look at this is the Lions, they're not making the playoffs. Like,
No,
they're not making the playoffs. That's
No, they're
crazy,
not.
bro. They're 8-6. These are games that they cannot afford to lose. The only chance the Lions have if they lose out and some things go their way, because you look at the NFC right now, the wild card is absolutely ridiculous. Like, there's no, like, I honestly think the 7 teams that are in the wild card right now are the 7 teams we're going to see winning or making the playoffs in the NFC side of things. Same thing with the AFC. I don't really see a team outside looking in that's going to make the playoffs. Maybe Ravens, Steelers can flip around for sure. But your thoughts about this game, Dan? Lions and Rams.
man, it's weird with this Lions team, right? Because we brought up the question this offseason of what type of adjustments would this team have had to make once they had all that attrition with their coordinators, right? Like, we've seen Dan Campbell take away play calling rights from their offensive coordinator a couple of times already. You have Jared Goff is still playing somewhat meaningful football. He takes care of the ball. He only has 5 interceptions on the season. Of course, injuries are always going to play a factor, but I think this Lions team, man, I think where it stands, I think they're the 8th seed, perhaps even the 9th with this. It's tough, man. It's hard for me to see this Lions team winning the division at this point. I'm going to have to hand it to the Bears, especially since Micah Parsons went down. I think we see Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, donning the NFC North as your 2nd seed, which, of course, a game we'll get to here later. But it is tough sledding for our guys right now. When I look at this Lions schedule to wrap up the season, they have the Steelers, the Vikings, and the Chicago Bears. They are going to have to win out if they want any or have any chance of potentially sneaking into the playoffs as a wild card. But, of course, time will tell. As far as the Rams, I agree with Richie. It's Matthew Stafford. He's the MVP, right? This game on Thursday, I'm going to be locked in on that one, dude. Seattle and the...
Is it me or is Dan?
It's you, TD.
No, it's not me if you told me.
Frozen Dan Mitchell. Well, I wanted to give you your takes of the game.
Very impressive, man. The Rams are the top dogs. They're actually the best team in the NFL that I have right now.
They've been that, by the way. It's not like all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just ain't have them as the top team, but now I do. Yeah, because I earlier today I made my top 10 based off of the recency, and they moved to the top for me as the number 1 team in the NFL. They're humming, but that injury is an issue. That injury is definitely an issue, Adam. So we'll see. But the Lions, they're dead in the water. They're not making the playoffs, in my opinion. The Rams are the dominant team. They are the team to beat now.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game on Thursday. The Rams beat the Seahawks last time. Excited to see what they look like in this one. And, the Lions' offense is electric, but their defense just cannot get a single stop at all. So they end up losing. Now, before we continue, got to let you guys know about a proud sponsor, Sleeper, baby. If you guys want to go check out Sleeper, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100 by using the code RTS. You guys will be able to get some free stuff over there, $20 for free, right as you sign up, getting a nice entry with the code RTS. Big Monday Night Football tonight, Dolphins and Steelers. If you guys want to build your parlay, please consider doing that with the link in the description. Proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports. Terms and conditions apply as always. So a huge shout out always goes to our friends at Sleeper. moving right along, how about those Commanders? I mean, do we really have to talk about this?
I ain't watched that game. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, how did you think about it, TD? Who won?
TD, your thoughts?
Down there, Commanders. No, hey, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna play around, Richie. I ain't watched that game. I ain't even look at the highlights. I don't know nothing about the game.
You don't know anything about that game?
Not a thing. Don't you educate me on it.
Come on, man. You see that punt return? You didn't see Jackson Dart go into concussion protocol again?
No, I didn't.
All right. I know. Are the Texans real or are the Cardinals bad?
No, the Texans real. The Texans are real.
Hey, man, I'm changing my tune about the Texans.
It's crazy because it's ebb and flow. Look at how they started the season. I wrote them off somewhere around week 6 or something. Yeah, the Texans. They ain't never been the same since. Like that defense is humming. The offense is coming along. They're humming. As a matter of fact, this is the one team nobody wants to play. This is the only team nobody wants to play. Nobody wants to play them. Not even Buffalo, if Bills fans going to be honest, right? And which is crazy because I do think the Bills are a better team than them. But Bills don't want to play them. The matchup isn't good, but I still think the Bills would beat them in the playoffs. That's just my thought. Dan don't believe it, but I think the Bills would definitely beat the Texans when it came down to it in January. But the Texans are legit, man. Nobody wants to deal with that defense. That defense is doing a number on everyone because they're aggressive. They get at the quarterback. Just all around, man. They're playing excellent football. They're flying around and they getting up and out early on you. So, I don't got nothing to say about no Arizona.
All I can say about Arizona is Trey McBride, thank you for everything in my fantasy football playoffs.
I saw that.
What up, Dan? We missed you.
I saw
that. Dude, listen, I was spitting heat on whatever topic we were on, too. I felt it. We're talking about the Texans and the Arizona Cardinals. Like TD, I have nothing to say about the Arizona Cardinals. I wonder who their next head coach is going to be. I mean, we'll see.
You think they're going to fire him?
That's not what it was, Dan. It was Richie wanted your take on Washington Giants.
Oh, yeah. That was a big one.
Massive implications for a top 3 pick, man. Crazy stuff.
No, about the game, Dan. You know, what did you think about the game?
And the Washington and the Giants.
Your breakdown, like your thoughts of the game, what you saw.
Oh, my thoughts of the game? I don't watch that shit, dude. Did y'all? No? No one watched that shit. Come on, no one watched that shit.
We're just gonna put it on the screen like we finna add analysis.
I was like, big game.
Man, anybody who watched that game, you got your football priorities in whack. Now, maybe if you had it up on the TV somewhere or something, but no.
Yeah, I mean, I had Red Zone on, so that's the only reason why I was informed of it.
Yeah.
And Red Zone covers every game. You don't watch Red Zone, TD?
It's Marcus Sunday Ticket. I want to actually see the context behind the drive that got him, the touchdown.
Yeah, but like having Red Zone on one of the screens, like when I'm doing my live watch party for the Jets, I always have Red Zone on so I can keep my tabs on the whole league at the same time. You don't have that?
But are you keeping your tabs on the league or just the scoring plays?
Well, I'm focusing on the Jets. That's my priority. And that's why I want to see the scoring plays for fantasy, for just what the scores are. Red Zone's
I've been eliminated from fantasy, so I went back to the standard. Put the game I want to watch on the TV.
Are you a Red Zone hater? That's what I'm feeling.
No. What it is, Richie, is like
I'm a Red Zone guy.
I put my main game on the main TV. Then I have the tablet where I got 4 boxes of Sunday Ticket. I get to pick on Sunday Ticket which 4 games do I want to actually watch. So I get the best games, the ones I know we're going to talk about on this show. I make sure I line those 4 up. Same thing at the 4:00 slate. I put one on and put 2 of them up because there's not many games then. So that's all. I just don't do Red Zone because I also want to see the context behind some of these guys that we talk about on the show.
Some of the drives, man. Some of the drives. Well, let me tell you what, man. What would save you a lot of time? Data. Data tells you the story, baby.
You got to watch the games, too. You can't just rely on blind data.
I mean, how much time you got?
I mean, data would,
you would rely on like someone talking ball, just not even watching a game or watching film and just looking at numbers?
So where do you think
trust
numbers?
That guy's opinion?
So where do you think numbers come from, though?
Watching the games.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to base numbers off of someone else's opinion. I want to base it off of my perception of the game.
Yeah. Like why I like numbers so much is because I don't have time to watch each and every single snap of each and every single football game. Right. And like most people, like when they say that they watch all 22, like they're watching somebody on YouTube react to all 22. And it's typically like 8 or 9 high profile plays, which ultimately ends up being about 18% of the whole game. And people walk away, oh my God, that's it. So that's my take.
How much all 22 of the Jets? That's
exactly.
And then the draft season comes, which is coming up, baby. If not already here.
No. Me too, man. I'm excited about it. Diego Pavia is going to be at the Senior Bowl.
Is he? We get to interview that.
He's going to be there.
That I don't know what word I should use.
Yeah. Because I mean, who knows? Like we are going to be interviewing him, so we probably should be. A little.
We can get a nice quote.
It's probably going to be Johnny Manziel-esque.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about, TD?
So, all right. So the quarterback from Vanderbilt, so the QB from Vanderbilt and Fernando Mendoza were obviously up for the Heisman. Mm-hmm. Fernando Mendoza wins it. And then directly after that, Pavia goes out to some bar, like bottle service, and he has some sign that says F Indiana, like right outside of it. So it's basically
he
him.
Also interviews like very, I can't think of a word that's nice to say that just finds what he portrayed himself as.
Yeah. Like, what is a professional term to describe Diego Pavia's behavior at the Heisman ceremony? What's a professional way of saying
stuck up?
That's probably one of the best ways to put it.
Yeah, but that's too professional.
What about arrogant?
Yeah.
I feel like arrogant's good.
Definitely sore loser's a good one. And then he had to have this whole long tweet about his that ChatGPT wrote for him.
Oh no, I didn't even see that. What did he say?
He had this long essay on X, and then there's like dashes in it, and then all the comments are like, "We see those dashes, bro. We know what that means."
Oh yeah, man. Like you want to all right, dude. Like you want to point out who uses ChatGPT for tweets. Always look for the ellipses, and the ellipses is that long dash right in between your sentences.
Yep. That's what they had. That's
when you know, man. Ellipses are a tall tale that somebody is using ChatGPT, and like that's not even all that bad, right? Like, so I often do it with my email. Like, say for example that like I'm talking to a brand or something. I will use ChatGPT to edit it and refine it, but I do get rid of the ellipses, though. Fun fact. So you'll never know.
You'll never know.
It could be me.
Some of these Patreon callers. We got Habitual Line Stepper up first. What's up, brother?
What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling on this Victory Monday?
Great.
Feeling great, man.
Feeling great, brother.
You know, I'm not in the habit of cheering for other teams because we put ourselves in position to have to cheer for other teams, but we still control our own destiny. So if Miami do us a favor, they do us a favor. Right now, we just focus on paying it forward back to the Bills because the Bills been taking care of our business for the past like 3 weeks. So, you know, see what we could do. Ain't no promises because our team is, you know, up and down roller coaster. Ain't no promises. It ain't like we going just because we at home. It's like, oh, we gonna beat the Patriots. Nah, y'all seen what happened last week. So home field advantage don't count in the bank. But salute to y'all. Love the show. Y'all stay safe, people.
Appreciate it, man.
Brother. Ravens got a very interesting finish of the season. They got the Patriots on Sunday night and then the Packers finishing on the Steelers.
They finally woke up.
Well, So Lamar had what, like 15 passing attempts yesterday? Like, dude's
Well,
still like not looking the same. And
get
so a lot
back
of it
to
had to
what-
do with, Joe Burrow just like having, I'd probably say, one of the worst games I've ever seen him play. That's pro and college football, like combined.
Mm.
You see his quote? He's like, if anybody had Joe Burrow as their quarterback today, they would have lost.
Man, you know what?
Mm.
I wonder if he's a Bengal next year. And I'm not saying that to troll. And even if he is, does he want to be? If you're Joe Burrow, do you want to continue your career in Cincinnati? Like, that's my question. In open forum. Rich.
I don't know, Dan. What makes you say that?
You want him to be a Jet pretty bad, don't you?
Whoa, I didn't say it. You did. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, what he said last week was concerning, questioning his love, questioning the fun. My theory is there's something going on off the field because he's not himself. And people forget these are human beings. Things go on off the field that we're not aware of, whether it's friendships, family, there's something going on. That's my assumption. I don't know because he's not himself right now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right because Joe Burrow is a superstar for this league that this league desperately needs to continue, but we'll see. Let's continue the lines. We got DF Forever up next on the line. What up, Dwayne?
What's up, guys? How you doing? Respect to all three of you.
What's up, man?
To you, man.
Dan, is your heart still in your gut? Just wondering.
Oh, always, Dwayne. Always, man. I'm feeling good this morning, though.
Yes, sir.
Some point towards the end of the first half of the Bills-New England game, I was watching and listening, and I have to give it to you because you said you had a gut feeling this game was going to turn around the second half. You said it was just something that you saw that thought that maybe we would flip the switch that game. What was it that you saw in particular?
Well, it was more so had to do with the Patriots. First of all, DF, I knew Josh Allen wasn't going to have them in that kind of hole this late in the season. I knew he was going to have his heroics. You don't have, like, it's rare for Josh Allen to have a terrible game, but when you really looked at this one, it was made for him to just put the team on his back because they were getting manhandled in every aspect of football. Only thing going for the Bills in that first half were the kick returns, giving them great field position. And I just knew Josh Allen's going to make this a competitive game. Now, I didn't know that the outcome would be the outcome, but we'll talk about that tonight, all the details behind why that happened. But I knew it would turn around and the Bills would make it a real legitimate game. Just didn't think it would be that impactful at the very end.
Dude, it's halftime. I was in a dark place, brother.
Oh, I know. I heard you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. I mean, we just got to deal with the reality. It's over. Yeah, I heard you, Dan. Don't worry. I got you tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you know what? But one thing that, like, I have learned, though, like, from this season is that, like, we're truly, like, never dead. And
yeah, because you got Josh Allen.
And no lead is safe.
There's trash in your eyes.
And I kind of want to say that to, like, some of the fan base too. Like,
today, I'm gonna clean it.
Yeah, you're gonna clean it, man. Yeah, it's brand new from the factory.
Think hard about this. Who's better, Josh Allen or Drake May this year?
Drake May. But we'll talk about that tonight.
Okay. Well, let's bring in Parks next up on the hotline. What up, Parks?
What up, Parks?
What up, fellas? All right, let me talk about this. Because I'm not a Bills fan, and I'm not finna dwell on this for no 8-9 weeks. It's just not me. All right, let's talk about it. First of all, let me get a Bills fans. They flowers. Y'all beat us. Y'all won. But would y'all please stop listening to your daddy, Dan Mitchell, talking about that you was gonna blow the Patriots out, including this game. The last 7 times, the score have been decided by 7 points or less. I tried to tell y'all this. Stop listening to your Bob Mitchell and go Google. Please, go Google, man. Stop listening to him. Now, he know what he's saying on some stuff, but some stuff he just don't. He just said it because he was emotional. Dan Mitchell.
You're right.
Congratulations, man. Y'all beat us. Man. Y'all beat us. But let's not get it twisted now, because I can be on here like you Bills fans were talking about that the Patriots beat themselves, because that's the definition of beating yourself. But I'm not going to do all that. Okay. Let's talk about it. The Patriots lost on all three phases of the game in the second half. It's just what it is. Offense, defense, and special teams. The run game kept us in the game. But I've been telling people that's the difference between Drake May, Bo Nix, and Caleb Williams. The Broncos and the Bears, they can win in spite of Caleb Williams and Bo Nix playing. The Patriots have to win because of Drake May. Just what it is. He didn't play good the second half. I don't know what happened in the second half. I can't explain to you. I don't know. Because all that he was doing in the first half, the running around and getting the first downs, getting touchdowns, everything, all that just left. I want the Bills back in. I want y'all back in Foxborough in the playoffs. That's what I want. We're not running from that. That's what I want. Like I say, I don't know what the hell our game plan was in the second half. We supposed to keep our foot on y'all neck, man. That's what we supposed to did. Y'all came back. Like I say, I'm gonna be Unc, and I'm finna say this. I'm finna go, fellas. I'm gonna be Unc. I'm gonna be Pops, whatever, to the Patriots fan base because I don't like 95% of y'all. If you're walking around here talking about the refs and all that, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. Because this is not, we didn't lose this game because of the ref. We lost this game because of our own decisions in the second half, man. Because of what we did in the second half. The offense, I seen a trend that was popping off in the second half that the defense, they give up, on drives, they'll do stupid penalties to keep the drives alive. Buffalo goes down there and score. Offense going three and out. Then all of a sudden, man, we couldn't do them. We only scored 7 in the second half. Like I say, Drake May, I don't know what he did I don't know what he's doing in the second half, man. We lost this game. Drake May has to be better. Let's just be real. Patriots fans, I know y'all love him, whatever, bruh. Just be real. He has to be better in the second half, man. He has to be better.
Well, we're excited to hear more about it tonight. Appreciate the call, Park.
It's funny, too, because I did have an opportunity of looking at a little bit of the All-22. And surprisingly enough, why I think that Buffalo is so effective against him was that the Bills started only rushing 3. Started implementing a lot of dime package.
Yep.
Drake May is at his best when he needs to make quick decisions. But when you give him time and he needs to actually think about the play, sort of matriculating, that's where he was struggling in the second half. And granted, there's not enough sample size for it, but most teams I think this year have been trying to really try and get pressure on him, try and take advantage of Will Campbell being out, and they're sending the house, right? A lot of cover 0, for example, or they're rushing 4, or they're sending linebacker blitzes here and there. What the Bills did was that they just sent 3 and just drop 6 DBs back there, and for some reason that worked. So he'll need to adjust.
Big games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he'll need to adjust
for
that.
Tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we got Colby tonight. Isn't he not with us this week?
Yeah, I believe so.
Isn't he graduating?
Oh, yeah, he's graduating.
Forgot about
Don't worry,
that.
I'll hold him down. I got him.
All right. Well, we got our last Patreon caller tonight for today. King Lowski's in the house. What up, bro?
Fellas, fourth and forever crew. How we doing today, gentlemen?
I thought we weren't letting people on whose teams are eliminated.
Tony, are you still TD Pace Pets talk? I'm confused. Are you still TD Pet talk? Because you was blanking them doggone punk ass Patriots all year. Okay, so just shut your mouth. Hey, what I want to, Tony, ain't nobody trying to hear you, Tony, because you just a glazer. You ain't nothing but a glazer, and your team ain't never going nowhere. So let me just say this, man. Hey, shout out to the Jets organization for getting rid of Steve Wilkes. That was long overdue, okay? And at the end of the day, the defense has been atrocious, okay, all year. So I'm glad they got rid of that bum, and I'm ready for them to get rid of the rest of the trash that we got inside this organization. Let me just say that, okay? And at the end of the day, man, I'll see y'all fellas tonight because we got a lot of talking to do. All right. And you already know, Richie. JTS, Jets.
Woo! JETS, Jets, indeed. Shout out to my boy, King Lowski. Can't wait to have you on tonight. Well, folks, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you're not already. Want to give a big shout out to RotoWire because Dan and I are perfect examples of when you get RotoWire. You have the first and second round.
Second seed, baby.
I mean, people are like, yeah, dude, I'm going to set up for. Yeah, well, you should have signed up for RotoWire. Then you'd be dominating your fantasy. TD didn't really do much for RotoWire. He's out of the playoffs. So all I'm going to say is not only can you use RotoWire for your fantasy football tools, but you can help you out with your sleeper picks by using 15% off code RTS. Go over there. They will give you all the lines you need for your sleeper picks tonight's game, Dolphins and Steelers. Thank you to RotoWire for helping me in my fantasy football endeavors. All right. Well, folks, tune in tonight for our AFC East Roundtable show to lead you into the Miami Dolphins and Pittsburgh Steelers game where we're going to preview that game tonight. Appreciate you guys as always tuning in. We're out of here. We love you and let's go. I almost said let's go Jets. We got our ass whooped. Welcome back, Bob. Smoke Bob. Tony's upset that we got our ass whooped by the Jaguars. It's all right, Tony. Take it out on Bob for us. Thank you, Tony. We appreciate it. Dan, get ready for another AFC East title. Go Finn, says Richie Fresh.
Richie Fresh. He's saying, nah, it's all right, man. You know, look, you know what? I am just thrilled that I can keep my hair a little longer. You know?
There you go.
A little.
All right. We love you guys. See you later on the AFC East Roundtable. We're out.